Hey guys, what's up? Steve here. I'm just getting home from a psychiatrist. I felt a need to make this video, so here it is. I'm sitting in a psychiatrist's office, and there was a new patient that came in. Not that I know every patient that goes there, but I'm sitting there and I just saw. I felt like this overwhelming urge to express my knowledge, like to tell this father and his daughter what I know, what I've learned over the last 2+ years about depression and anxiety. I felt this urge to ask, hey, what's up? What's your issue? What brings you in today? And I've kind of had this same urge the last couple times I go to the psychiatrist, which I go once a month. And I kind of want to ask people, like, hey, what's your deal? Why are you here? Is there a way I can help you? And it's really none of my business. It's not like I'm a doctor or a psychologist or a psychiatrist or somebody who knows any better than the next guy. But I've learned a hell of a lot, and I've dug myself out of a deep hole. I've helped other people, I hope, through this channel, and I know I've helped other people in real life with the information that I've learned, with the suffering that I went through. So I had this urge to ask this father and his daughter why she was in the office. It was their first time. My gut was telling me it was anxiety, which is plaguing so many people today. But I didn't ask. I wish I did. And, you know, my gut feeling was right. I was listening to them. They were sitting right next to me, and, you know, they're filling out the paperwork together, and they said, what's the reason why you're here? And the daughter answered anxiety. And I saw the girl's leg shaking. You know, kind of like, can't really show you, just like this. Here we go. Just, you know, like this subconscious leg shaking, which I do and used to do a lot. So much to the point where I'd be laying in bed with my wife and she'd tell me to stop doing it. But it was so subconscious that I didn't know why I was doing it, and I didn't know what it was from. But now I know. It's a vitamin B deficiency. It could be B12, B6, B9, B3. All very important to your nervous system. I saw the girl doing it, and she would do it and stop and do it and stop, and that's how I was doing it. And just watching her doing it, I was noticing that I was doing it as well. And the urge to ask them what's going on became more and more overwhelming. And right before I had the balls to go way out of my comfort zone and way out of my ordinary life, to ask them what's up, why are you here, I got called into the office and my opportunity had passed. Now, I don't know why I felt this urge, and I mean, I had no ulterior motive, you know, to take money away from my psychiatrist. She helped me through a really rough time. I had no ulterior motive to get into anybody's business, or, you know, it was just like this urge to help somebody that I felt needed help. And I know that I needed help for a long time. I feel like I need help most days, but I get through them, and I'm still here. I'm still kicking 2 years later, and 2+ years later, and I've learned a lot. And then maybe I should just reach out and help and lend a hand. You know, there's so many people who have been diagnosed with depression and anxiety, especially lately. I was reading an article that from the World Health Organization that said depression and anxiety are going to be the #1 cause of death, passing heart disease. by the year 2025. That's alarming as hell. That's not cool. And the reason why they don't know why it's increasing at such an exponentially rate is alarming. Like, we know heart disease is, smoking, high cholesterol, bad diet, lack of exercise, being overweight, diabetes, leading causes of heart disease. Genetics is another one. Leading causes of depression and anxiety, they say genetics. No doctors really test for vitamin deficiencies. No doctors really test your blood work. They just say, here, take this pill. See if it works. Oh, it didn't work within 2 to 4 weeks? Take this one. Take the next one. Take the next one. And doctors aren't well versed in adverse reactions. Once they get their PhD, it's what they learned in school. That's it. There's no recertification. It's kind of scary to think that all these new medications are coming out, and the only thing that they know about them is from the reps from big pharmaceutical companies that come into their office and say, hey, if you prescribe X, Y, and Z from our company, we'll send you a kickback. I guess that's what kind of provoked me to want to help these people out, this poor girl. And knowing that my wife, she works at a place with young kids, and these kids are being sent to psychiatrists and psychologists for anxiety and depression at such young ages. And for what? What is the cause? Is it this? Is it social media? Is it the stress that is just everyday life? The stress that is being put on kids? Is it the stress that's being put on adults that reflects onto kids? I mean, I know growing up, I didn't have the best childhood. I didn't have all the toys and all the goodies and all the newest clothes and stuff. But my parents, they made do, and they raised me right. They raised me with good morals. And I notice nowadays, now I'm 30, an old fucking man, but nowadays I don't see that same ethics, I guess you could call it. There's a lot of parents that are arguing and fighting in front of their children, and yeah, it's rough times. It sucks. It's hard getting jobs. There's lack of money. There's, you're getting paid a hell of a lot less to do a hell of a lot more, and that just brings down stress. And of course, money problems and marital problems, they all basically funnel down to good old Benjamins, which sucks, and the kids suffer from it. And parents don't see the effects that they have on their children. And it could be psychological, it could be physiological, but there's no real way of knowing until you get down to the core of it. And that's basically the gist of my video. I wanted to help. I felt the need. I wanted to help. I wanted to just express my feelings and get my information out there to someone who really I felt like needed it. Before they took this plunge into pharmaceuticals and benzodiazepines and antidepressants, and even though I'd be a hypocrite because I'm on both antidepressants and benzodiazepines, I don't know. It's kind of just food for thought, just getting shit off my mind. I hope everybody's doing well, and hope everybody keeps their heads up, keeps fighting, and keeps surviving. See you guys in the next video. Be well.